Well, it's been a long time since I posted a video on my channel, and it is what it is, but figured why the hell not start. So here we are, broadcasting urea top dressing onto a no-tilled old hay stand that I terminated about 5 days ago. And the reason that I've been terminating a lot of my hay fields is one of two reasons. One, because they do need to be rotated out. I mean, some of them are more than 5 years to 7 years old, and we've just been doing patchwork to make them work for us. And I mean, it's time. We need to rotate them through and eventually plant more hay fields. But also, the second would be that with all the high fertilizer prices, and if you were to actually do the math, a small square bale should be anywhere between 7 to 10 for first crop and 12 or more for second crop. And I just know that people are going to bitch and whine and not want to pay that. And that's fine. The marketing for grain is much easier. You put it on the semi, you drive it down the road, and you get your check. Sometimes people in the hay market don't want to pay you right away. I've run into this a couple of times. So we're just going to avoid all of that, and we're going to go heavy into the grain market for a couple years. And if anything, if it falls out in the next year, that's fine too. I mean, we're all no-till, so we can definitely plant more hay fields and not feel too bad about it. Because we're not going to spend a bunch of diesel fuel tearing stuff up. We just don't have to do that here. So that's what we're up to. We're letting this thing drive itself, and we're spreading urea here. And it appears to be going away out of the spreader, which is always a good thing. And yeah, we're actually in between rains right now. We got about a quarter inch this morning about 2 hours ago. And the beautiful part about no-till is you can be in the field right now and not be tearing it up, not be throwing mud everywhere, and it's just a wonderful thing all around, really. And that's right over there, if you look, where it's real brown. That's where I grew rye last year, and I was going to add that to my pasture land, which is beyond that, if you look. But because of the drought, I mean, it just didn't take. So it made sense to plant corn through it one more year and call it a day. So that is what we're up to. Most of I would say 99.9% of the crops are all in. I've got about 2 acres somewhere way far away that I didn't plant because it's full of rocks and deer carcasses. So that didn't seem to make sense to me to plant it. So I would say, yeah, we're all in with row crops, which is a good feeling since it was such a wet, cold year. It took us a while to get here, but we're here nonetheless. So I'm talking about the rye field there. Tried to plant it into a pasture, but it failed. Like I said, we didn't get rain for over 2.5 months. I mean, it just always splits around us. It's pretty crazy. Ooh, wow, we got some big gopher holes here. Gotta go carefully, real slow through those. So, I guess I will continue to post more as we do more. First crop is going to go down here maybe this weekend. That's about how it always works, right? Try and plan not for it to be on a holiday. Well, being a farmer, there's no such thing. So we will work. Well, alright. I will continue to post a little more. See if people care to even watch. And I guess like and subscribe is always a good thing, huh? So we will catch you later. The little micro spreader is working just fine. We like it. The thing is tiny though. But the positive thing about that is it does fit down 30-inch rows. So if you had post-emerge crop, I mean, you could straddle it and not wreck it and still applicate or top dress some fertilizer for it. Actually, I should add this before I go. This field I do have in furrow, and I have 25 gallons of 32% to the acre. So that should be at least 70 units of nitrogen for it to live off of for a while. But the reason I'm putting the urea out here is when it uses that up, well, that finally should get there, and it'll work off that for a while. Then I'll come back out here, and I have a side dresser, and we'll side dress the corn. It should be really set up quite well. So, because part of the issue is when you have a hayfield like this, people think, well, there'll be so much nutrients there from the dying hay. Well, it's all tied up in it. It's not there yet, and it won't be there for a while. It probably won't be there till mid-season, really. So we want to make sure that the corn plant can live off something, thrive until this stuff is available to it. So, as I said, we will catch you another time. See ya!